Okay.
Hi, my name is Robin Allborn. We're the owners, my wife and I, of the Dead Brook Corral here in Young, Arizona, and I've been working 17 years on a roping machine, and we think it's getting fairly close to the market. So some of the things I can say about my machine is the heading side. As my wife comes around here, I'll show you the heading side of the machine. So when the header comes out, he ropes the head, takes the head away. Come around this way, Carla. And the header's actually dowlied hard here, and he goes to the top of the triangle. So this is a very interesting deal to be able to dowley really hard and log this here machine. So the next thing is the heeling side. We have the heeling side right now set in the practice mode, where we'll have guys ride up to them, get position, rope the heels, and stretch them out. So this is a practice mode here that we use, and then you can go into the mechanical mode. Now the thing with these is that they're not powered by wig-wag technology. And somebody mentioned to me the other day about a roping machine or something other. I looked at the machine, and it's the same old wig-wag technology that's not in time with the ground, never changed the length of its stride or anything compared to ground speed. So that's something that this machine can do. Through the years of working with this, we had it to where it would actually stride every single foot it took, and then we evolved it to hooking it into the head, so when you took the head away like this, it actually engaged the hindquarters. But we realized that was too late in the run to start actually getting the heels onto the ground, because you've got to have the heels going into the ground so you can time them. It's really hard to time with wig-wag technology because you can scoop them no matter when. So anyway, we evolved to this, which is a cable that we could actually engage it anytime we wanted to. And I pulled out of the chutes the other day, and there was a pin here that came unhooked in my towing system and ripped all my controller off. So I have ordered a marine controller to replace this. But when you're about 10-15 feet out of the chutes and you've got forward motion going pretty good, that's a perfect time to actually engage the hindquarters so the heeler can actually time it. So what we'll do is, for now, we'll wire it in, and it will be a continual heeling situation. But it's nice to be able to have this machine set up to where you can either just practice with a header, which is pretty cool because you can come out at any speed you want. Header takes the head away, goes to the top of the triangle, and you're already in the corner making it go. So you can dally as hard as you want.
How many years have you used this machine?
Oh, many, many years. In fact, the skin's actually wearing out on it.
Have you ever tipped it over?
No, no. Here's the cool thing about this, probably the coolest of all, is it actually is powered by the ground. You don't see any ground-driven wheel, or chains or pulleys or anything. It actually becomes animated once the ground starts moving under its feet. As these legs come back, then they'll go to the next stride. So I'll give you a demonstration of that. I wish I could have had this, but that was an unforeseen deal. So I'll get a new one of them ordered. So what we'll do, because it's nice when you come out about 10 feet out of the hole, when you come down, it hits really good and hard, and it really gets some motion and going to where it's really neat. When we have other videos 5 years ago, it was actually striding from about here to here, and it was a short stride. and people would have to come up and really trap it to catch them. So we relaxed all the different mechanisms inside and made this stride to where it's back here on the corner, like what everybody at the top is roping. So when you rope them, you can stretch them out. That's cool, because you're not hooked by some ground-driven chain or something. So I'll get this going here, and you'll be able to notice how when you're going slow, it will stride 4, 5, 6 feet, and as you're getting faster, it'll actually stride more. You know, people in the industry's made comments, we have a patented stride. And I kind of asked myself, well, if you got a patented stride, cows don't have a patented stride. They don't stride the same every time. So that's why they have pulleys and everything to try to duplicate that. Cattle have weird strides depending where you are in the run. So I'll go ahead and start this up. Another thing about this machine, that it continually evolves all the time. It's a very clean looking machine up here. My deal this year is there's only about this much concrete in this here barrel. So we're going to eliminate the barrel. We're only going to have about a 6-inch platform filled with concrete, spray painted black. Look really clean. Not a bunch of skis and 3 or 4 wheels out front. So it'll really clean the look of it up quite a bit. But as you can see, this machine's pretty heavy. And another factor is, a lot of people don't realize it, but this counterbalance I have out here is part of my braking system. That's why when I see machines like the and this new thing to where the header breaks it away and takes off with it, I go, where's the brakes in this thing? Yeah, they can baby a run and make it look like it's really doing the real cool thing. But that isn't really what the header should be focused on. The header should be focused on going as hard as he can, dallying and going to his horn and controlling his steer. And there's going to be a considerable pull there. So that will be a really neat thing, is when we can clean this up and get this more open down here. So another thing that we did in this technology through the years, we realized that if we put a U-joint here and here, and where it goes into our receiver, U-joints do this. They can go right to left, or they can go up and down, but they can't do this. That telegraphs all the way to this machine, into this steer. So when the header's taking and pulling really hard, and he's pulling off at an angle, this machine stays upright. It has a lot of pull to it. So anyway, and like I say, forgive me for not being able to engage it immediately. I'll have to blip it a little bit to get the motion started. But that was the reason why we need the controller here to be able to engage it once we get forward motion.
total run. Good job. Head and heels.